ever pulled a prank and then it just got too out of hand? Kind of. But I don't believe to the point of needing hospitalization and people planning my funeral. Other people have been planning for that for too many years to count. Maybe I should be worried. But of course, we are continuing on with Gintama, and there's not much else I can say about it already. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go back and do that because, well, you don't really need context. It's damn funny. How could they dare steal her parasol, her one and only solace from the sun? How many other characters' premises have been altered slightly since their introduction? Or at least occasionally been forgotten about? You know, at this point, since the hospital has no records of her race and how their biology works and everything, she could just wake up and go, yeah, I'm fine, actually. And they'd kind of have to accept it. It's past that point. But considering some of the storylines that we've seen so far, and everything has gone back to pretty much normal, I wouldn't say this one is going to be all too much different after. I do like this opening, but more and more each time I see it, really. But also considering the arc now going on, I'm expecting Octa to really be that shining ray of hope. Oh, there's a way out. Actually, no. Shit. He's just come to make it even worse. They've come to pay their last respects. How do they all learn about it? You know, other than reading the script, but... actually, giving some proper words that only to be undermined. Huh? You know, you could probably fill a swimming pool with all of that sweat. Yeah, the body's not even cold. I mean... How? Make her flip a coin. Blink once. If you want to be cremated. It's now no longer your funerals. Spending your last moments. Well, he wasn't going to not let this prolong. And of course he would know the exact timing to make sure he doesn't actually kill her. Been put up in a crate. I see. At least it's an open casket. And, it might be right past any time when she could come clean about this and not face some sort of comeuppance. Really? They haven't even changed their clothes? At least they're giving her a nice send-off. I mean, that's what it's like to have friends in high places. The fact that some of them actually know what's going on. Attention. Yeah. Of course he knows. He can't get anything past him, even if it was Gintama's author's original idea to have him not understand. The character himself would break the fourth wall to learn about it. At least you might build up a tolerance to the sun at this point. Quite a few people in attendance. How many of them have no idea who she is? I think of all occasions, this isn't a bad send-off, to be honest. Better than just being thrown in the river. Now, why would he need to go first? Is he struggling to keep it in? Yeah, I don't think bursting out into laughter is really suitable for a funeral. I think this is enough sadism for a lifetime. At least they've got some interesting data for her alien species now. Oh, she's actually fully paralyzed at this point. He made sure of that. Either way, incinerator. Either way, he's going to have a fun time. How long has he had this whole setup prepared just in case? You know, you would think that someone at least would see that she's... So if anything looks out of the ordinary... When did they get a conveyor belt in here? And, to be fair, this has really expedited the whole thing. So, you know, they might notice that she was alive if they got more than a few seconds. You outlive everyone. It seems like it's actually speeding up as it goes further. Damn it. Tama. Where are they? That's where they're going. Well, that looks nice. What's coming out with them? And oh, well, I suppose it's actually better. You know, I feel like everyone's forgetting the not to defile corpses. I guess you got a good view of her now. I like how everyone, like all the extras, are just stood there. Like, no, this is somewhat appropriate. Like everything they've seen so far is normal. Where did you get that? They've got to outdo it. You know, if she isn't actually killed by the end of this, I'm going to be disappointed. But then we know that she will be able to survive pretty much anything. Jesus Christ. They're going to need to quarry a lot more boulders if this becomes a tradition. If anyone's going to put it on there, it's going to be her. You know, they can put aside their differences right now to show their respects. Yeah. You know this is going to get down to, like, Gintoki and Shinpachi. But what they're going to do about it is another thing. At least the conveyor belt is quite long. Despite still needing to stay incognito and everything, he can't stand by idly while... well, there's a funeral going on. Some things are more important. The fact that, oh, this is turned into some sort of televised event. Don't worry, you can push the boulder. How many people have forgotten that it's actually a funeral at this point? Ah, she's been relegated. He's just trying to die, that's all. He's not here for the funeral. Well... It's been a fun road. I think we can all say goodbye forever, and if she comes back, I'm going to be highly disappointed. You know, what's the family if they don't try to kill you once in a while? And maybe this will... well, that brought her back. Teach people not to make rash games to try and test people. This has gone a bit overboard for what they're used to, at least. They need more than a few seconds. Yeah, can you put it inside the coffin, actually? She might need it. Excuse me? Looks like it's either been a long 12 hours or, well, a short 12 hours. It's a zombie! You know, you two could have thrown her under the bus. and saved yourselves, but no. It's just gases escaping the body, that's all. That's a bit. I don't think we've got any more money for funerals, so they're going to have to share. That's the end of Gintama. There's no saving you, Shinpachi. You are part of this. Now they're together forever. How much fun did he have today? That is about what I could expect. At least quite a few businesses made quite a bit of money today. How many people had to go out and buy a funeral suit? Or those flowers? Construct the conveyor belt. The thing is, with such as, what was it, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, is Kagura going to be taken seriously at all in the future? Or was she ever? Good question. And just how deeply rooted is his sadism that he can send someone off to be cremated alive to teach them a lesson. This winter, Gintama takes a sudden turn. Shogun assassination arc. Now, who could be behind the plot? They're actually moving forwards with the trying to take down the shogunate. It's good that we're saying, yep, we've got friends, foes, and questionables. This looks cool. Wow. With Shinsuke reappearing. Not just about the Shogun, but the history between those characters as well. My god. And so what have we learned today? Well, if people care about you, they will send you off with a tearful farewell. Do everything they can to make your final passing pleasant. But most importantly, not actually check if you have actually passed on. At least, though, Kagura did actually face the consequences of her own actions. It's only a matter of time before others meet the same fate. Although, with Gintama as it is, with all three main characters incinerated, how's it going to continue? But we must say it is kind of insanely ingenious that Sogo had created that tanning coffin. For a character that had to stay out of the sun so much, why not let her enjoy it in the final moments? It seems so nice on the surface, and yet once you understand he knew exactly what was going on. Now imagine if we didn't know that he got some sort of perverse pleasure out of all of it. If only people could join forces and put their differences aside more often. But no, it takes the remembrance of a... Is it the show's leading lady? I don't know. It's Kagura. But if you think about it, how cruel. Holding a funeral of this grand scale. But yet, neither her father or brother attended. I just think I figured it out. Since no one seemed to bat an eye when, shoving roses into nostrils and such, that must be the regular occurrence at funerals. We've seen a few so far, and it does seem as destructive and insane as what we just witnessed, so I guess the only way anyone can have a nice, peaceful, calm funeral is if no one attends. That's how it is in Gintama world. God, this is insane. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. We will be carrying on with more Gintama, more insanity with or without the main leads. But ultimately, if you want to make sure not to miss out, consider subscribing. But for now, leave your thoughts. What would you leave in the coffin? What kind of traditions do you think should be observed? And I'll see you in the next one. If you want to be horribly disappointed that my channel isn't going to be sailing off into the great beyond, well, you can just blame my Patreons, because they really support me and have done more to keep this channel alive than I could really thank them for. So, to Electricant, Arthur, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfy, Girly, Saltytron, Cardboard, Croyville, Dark Shadow 7899, Alvin Garcia, Santiago, and everyone else. As long as by the end of this, it doesn't end up in a big pillar of smoke, it would have all have gone quite well.